gamers? Gamers. Welcome back to another Tuesday night stream. It's me, your boy, JTV Live, back with some Planet Coaster. I'm very excited. We got a new DLC to tackle. We got new mechanics to fiddle around with and have some fun with. And I am very excited. We're going to be starting a new park, mainly because none of the parks that I currently have, they're all very European in that they're very condensed and packed in and tight and lots of winding pathways. And so there's not like any park that I have that's feasible to put a parade in. So we're going to have to start from scratch and build a park with parades in mind. And I figured it would be a great opportunity to kind of take a look at all of the new building pieces, new mechanics, the new theme, and all of that. So, let me just get some music going. That way we got something just there in the background. And let's get right into it, gamers. We're going to start a new park. Going to go into Sandbox, new park. And I think I'm going to do the temperate biome. Yeah, and I'm going to call this... I hate that it makes me name it at the start, because I only have, like, half of an idea for this park, so I don't know what it's going to end up turning into. But, I think at some point I would like this... I'm just going to call this a movie park, because I think I would like it to be something like that at some point. Kind of revive the studio idea, and actually do it, like, better and good this time. So the first thing we need to do is get rid of all of this. You're all gone. And I want this park to kind of have a moderately realistic vibe. So we're going to start by kind of doing the template here. Maybe not all those trees up on the ridge. And I'm going to take this down and flatten that. I'm going to get rid of all of these trees kind of here in the middle. Perfect. Get rid of that. Okay. And what I was kind of thinking, and what I kind of want to do is... Sorry, I'm still kind of doing stuff. I think I'm going to get rid of this here just so it doesn't trip me up in my thinking. But what I think I want to do is, over the spring, I had the wonderful opportunity to go to Epic Universe, which was incredible. I was blown away by everything that I saw and did there. Very impressed by it. And one of the things that I really liked about it, there were two design elements in Epic Universe that I thought were really cool and that I really liked. The first one is that the central area, instead of being like a big pond or big fountain or something like that, like a lot of other parks, especially in Florida, have, it was like a bunch of like layered circular fountains, and it all went down. So you kind of started above it, looking down into it, and the different lands kind of, that was the first element I liked. The second element I liked is that every land kind of split off and had its own little like portal. And so I think I want to kind of do both of those things in this park. Kind of just take those two design elements and get it going. So we're going to flatten all of this out. Get rid of that, because I'm going to build the first thing that any theme park needs, obviously, is, of course, a parking lot. We need a parking lot. Every park needs a parking lot. So we're going to grab, which one? This one's mine. We're going to grab my parking lot design. Oops. I need to get rid of those random coaster supports. But that's fine. We can do that pretty easily. So I'm thinking if we do something like this here. Maybe here. Well, I kind of need to think, this is going to be the entrance here. So if we kind of move this, like, over here, and then come down with it. Right there. Get rid of this. And we can kind of use this as sort of like, here, we're gonna really go for this, you know? We're gonna do this right. I'm gonna raise this up. Kind of smoothing it out back here. Raise it up a bit more. Like right there. And then I'm gonna go into smoothing and just kind of equalize all of this in the back. Okay. And now what I'm gonna do is take a path. We're gonna make it 12 wide. Start it here. And keep it flat. There we go. And now we just delete all of this. And that gives us the opening to a tunnel. So now to actually make it tunnel, we're going to have to... Okay. Just like that. Come in here. Get rid of that. And then scenery. I'm just going to look for... Or... Hold on. I'm going to go into props. Oh, I'm in blueprints. That's why. I'm like, why are all these tabs different? We're going to go into shapes. Maybe. How do I want to build this tunnel? Oh, we can scale the grid pieces now. So, I'm thinking... Yeah, actually... This, but like way... bigger. Or maybe... I'm looking for something close to, like, concrete. Probably stucco is going to be the closest I'll get. Right? I would imagine. The only problem is that it all of these stucco pieces have, like, this molding that kind of throws off the whole vibe. So it's almost going to have to be something like this. Or maybe the plaster, and then just kind of make it a bit more brown. Yeah. Oh, we can't scale these? I thought you could. Oh, no, they just added rotation. Yeah, I'm like actually stupid. That was such a waste of time. What do I want? How do other people build tunnels? Hold on. Let's go on a little field trip. What do you guys think? Little Planet Coaster field trip. Do any of the parks I have downloaded have car tunnels that I can look at and see kind of what they did? Because for some reason, I'm just not capable of visualizing this in my head of like what I want it to look like. These are a bunch of ones that I downloaded here at the bottom. This one. I believe this starter map was made by Corvus, if I'm correct. I'm sure if somebody else knows, they'll be quick to correct me on that. Yeah, let's see. Do they have... Oh, okay, wow. Okay. Okay, I like the rocks. I think just the rocks border. I was way overthinking what I wanted it to look like, but I think we can make the rocks work. Take me back to movie park. Oh my gosh, I literally have a blueprint that will work. I literally have the perfect blueprint. It was one of my first blueprints. Show me just mine. Where is it? It's gonna be... Here it is. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Obviously, we'll have to get rid of the mist. But... Okay, now where is the mist? Okay, there's one. And then where's the other mist? Where did I put the mist? Okay, I'm gonna have to click. Just click around until I see it. Ah, there it is. Okay. Okay, I found it. Right there. Okay, and I think there's one more mist. Yeah, there's one more. There it is. That's the last mist. Boom. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and then just kind of get rid of all of these little extra bits going around. And make it go in. Okay. Flatten the foundation. Make it this big. It needs to be a little higher, actually. There we go. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. So now we've got this, and then I think if we just okay, how do I want this pathing to go? So this is the front here, because these are the handicap spaces, so these need to be closest to the park, theoretically. So what if instead of having it veer off to the left like this, because I think I have it veer off to the left like this just because of the park that this comes from and how that park was structured. So let's go ahead, get rid of all of these, go up here, move this, and I'm just going to make the path come this way. And that should solve my issues. And we'll reallocate these tree borders. So then it comes here, and then boom, this is... We'll have this be the entrance plaza. Oh, and this could be the bus loop. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Down here will be where the buses are. Bam. Easy. And we can have more parking spaces here or do something with these. Perfect. So that's one half. And then I think just repeat it on the other side, basically. It's kind of like take this. That's something I can do off stream. Nobody needs to see me mirror image that. That's not why anybody's here. But now that we've got all of this figured out, go ahead and delete all of the nonsense here. Boom. And then, so now we got paths. So we go classic path or draw tool. We're just going to do point to point. Easy. This whole tan square is going to be pathed. Boom. And I actually... Not as like an aesthetic, but as like a useful way to see the path edge. I really like this hideous neon green border. Obviously, though, we're going to have to reset to defaults and not have that for the rest of it. Okay, so come into draw tool. So now let's build the actual entrance. I already have the design for the entrance built. I think it will work just fine. We might end up replacing it, but for now, I think I have the right build. Where, if only I can find it. Where, here we go. I think this one, my rendition of the original Hershey Park entrance, I think, will fit, right? Does that, I mean, that looks a little bit medieval. For like, because this is going to open up into a main street. So maybe I should just... Maybe I'm thinking. I am thinking. Actually, let's just... Hold on, let me just see something. Show me... Frontier. Show me there. Do they have any new cool entrance builds? Not just those. Maybe in scenery? Okay, this intense battle music is not it. Because I don't want to just copy Disney World. Because, like, that's where I'm leaning. Right? Like, my gut instinct is just like, oh, just do the Disney World entrance. Just do the Disney World entrance. And, like, that makes sense and would fit here, but I kind of don't want to just copy Disney. I say as I copy Hershey Park. But, like, Hershey Park is not the obvious choice. I feel like copying Disney is the obvious choice. So maybe going with the less obvious version. But I think we'll start from scratch. I think it'll be good. That'll be good for us. You know, I'm just gonna fully start from scratch. So we have our entrance here. I'm not gonna bother doing a parking lot. I might later. I'll save some space for it, but we imagine here's where you pull up in the buses. Boom. Oh, damn it. I'll go here, and then here, then here. Cannot connect. Oh, bump off. Go here, and then that looks about right. Looks about right. Okay. I'm just trying to have it have some shape. So then, if you come here, I want kind of like a two-tiered entrance. So like one coming this way. And then, because I want it to kind of open up. Yeah, I'll fix this. Okay, close enough. Nah, but then that creates that weird thing there. Okay, so maybe it's starting a little bit down here. Nice. And then some kind of centerpiece here. But these are going to be the entrances. So if I go into my creations, let me go to the Hershey Park entrance that I have. And we'll just put that down for now. And this will be our... Or actually, hold on. Let me see. Let me see something. Hold on. I need to make sure. Okay. Let me see something. I have... Because I have, like, a reference folder. So maybe if I just look at, like, what they got. Because this is Frontiers. What they got. And like I said, it's very much just Disney. But if I can kind of, like, get a vibe for it. I think I can do some... Okay. I think I'm catching a vibe. I think I'm catching it. We're going to go create custom... Actually, yeah, start with the facility first. Here. Ticket gates. I'm actually gonna put these here. I think. just for logistical purposes. I think if I put those there, because I like theme parks when you're like walking up to the entrance and there's like shops and restaurants on the side, like kind of right outside the park, and like maintenance building. Actually, that's what. Oh wait, no, actually, we need a place to house the parade. So this will be the parade building, and we can have like a gift shop or something here in the front. So yeah, this works for me. There we go. Yep, just like that. And then we have another entrance here. Actually, hold on. This is going to be some kind of building or separation. There we go. Let's start from this side. Perfect. Okay, these are our 2 entrances. So they're gonna kind of split off. That way we can have some kind of roller coaster right here that kind of connects with both of these. This is not gonna be the final path texture either, by the way. This is just what I got for now. Just kind of placing it, getting everything placed. So okay, that's the shape of the entrance plaza. I like this. Some kind of building here. I'm actually going to soften this curve a bit. Just like this. Yeah, kind of a rounded curve. And we'll have something here. Some kind of fountain or centerpiece or something, like, right here as you come up. Okay. So now, coming down here, the entrance plaza. I gotta visualize this in my mind. When you walk through the front gates, big coaster to your left, because you're kind of, so we'll have plants, so we need it to kind of curve left, so maybe curving left into an open area, go down. Oh, we can have 2 main streets. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have 2 main streets. One's gonna use the main street theme, and we'll do some other theme for this main street, and that'll be kind of cool. Okay, I like that. That's 1000% what I'm gonna do. So, like, we can have this one be, like, a Western theme, and this one be, like, the normal, like, the regular theme. Or maybe this one could be Vikings or something else, but you guys get the idea. So, coming in, we need it to kind of veer to the left. Maybe a bit more sharply, like here. Oh, wait, yeah. Because if we're gonna have the parade building here, we'll want Main Street to be, like, here. Yeah. That way it comes out and goes straight ahead. Okay, so this is gonna be our main street. Like, right there. I don't know how long I want this to be. But yeah. So you come down Main Street. And then this is where the split happens. And this is where, or we'll start getting that. And then this is where I'll have, like, the tiered fountain system. But I want to focus on one thing at a time, and maybe we can have the parade go, like, around the pond, depending on how big it is. I don't want to overcommit to size, because my big issue is I always end up either giving myself way too much space or not nearly enough space. So I definitely need to get better at that. And I think I can just have this one go straight, because we don't really want this one to veer off to the left, because then we'll run out of usable working space. Hell yeah, dude. Alright, so that's the basic shape of all of our things. And then I can just come in here. And we can just fill this all up. And this will be where the Christmas tree is, so to speak. Obviously, there's no actual Christmas tree right now. But, yeah, you come in here. You've got buildings here. What's up, elevator warden? Thank you for keeping our elevators safe. Hope your Tuesday is going well. Welcome. Have you been playing the parades pack at all? Because I'm curious what other people have been doing with it. I would imagine a lot of people are just doing what I'm doing, which is like, oh, I'm going to make not Disney World. Okay, I think I might have made this too big. Again, I need to leave more space empty before I start filling up, like, stuff. Like, I need to leave my empty space. Alright, now let's take out the actual scenery theme. Let's see what like items we actually have to work with, because I haven't looked at any of the props. I kind of forgot to do that. Usually, small town, that's what it's called. Usually, like, before stream, I'll like to hop on and like place down a bunch of the props and kind of see what we got to work with, but I neglected doing that because I've been working on a bunch of other projects in Planet Coaster 2. We might go through some of those tonight if we have time later. You should build a gift shop. Obviously, there's going to be a gift shop. But we need to have a building first. And the entrance is arguably the most important building. So going through here. Okay. This is kind of interesting. Okay, we can do like a... Wow, we can get really vintage with this if I wanted to. I guess that's why they call it small town theme, because... What was I even thinking? Oh, sorry. That small town theme meaning like small town theme park. So I kind of get that. So that's why there's all this like vintage kind of stuff. I actually do think it's no, that's wrong. Okay, that's a step in the right direction, is it? Maybe? And then... But then, like, what's the roof of this gonna look like? A coaster over the entrance might be cool. It's one of those things where it's like... there's a lot of different things that I would love to have over the entrance. So it's like... Which one? Because I'm also thinking about doing a train station over the entrance, or doing a skyway over the entrance, or like any number of other things. What I really need to do at some point is go back into Planet Coaster 1 and then also Planet Coaster 1 on my console and like take screenshots of my builds, like the buildings I built or had in that game, and then try to recreate them here, because I had some really cool builds that like have just completely left my brain, and so it would be pretty nice to be able to go back and look and be like, oh, what's like, how are they? I might pop back into the PlayStation 4 version and be like, yo, I don't forgot about this insane ice chalet that I built. I should do one of these in the second one. But I just have not gotten around to doing that. Okay. I'm starting to see a shape. A building is starting to form in my head. Kind of. A building is kind of starting to form in my head. It's like almost. It's almost formed. Nah, I don't like that either. Dude, everything I'm trying sucks. Let's see. Okay. Obviously, there needs to be a path going here. So if I make... Hold on, if I did... Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. I'm starting to see the shape. The shape is taking form. Okay, well, obviously not that. A shape is forming in my brain. That's a nice entrance. Thank you. Hopefully it will be. Alright, then obviously we're just going to need to make some pathing adjustments. Okay. Yes, so we got... I am kind of at this point just copying Disney. The thing I said I didn't want to do, but... I'm hoping with a little bit of... With a different top half, we can kind of... Oh, I wonder... I don't think it's gonna fit, but I might be able to retrofit it. Hold up. Bring me back to that Hershey Park entrance. Where is it? Here it is. Does this... And then if I just made it... That looks so fucking dumb. Okay. Failed experiment. Very, very much failed experiment. Very, very failed. Okay. Let's move on from that. Scenery theme. Oh my gosh. Stop! Okay. Give me back that stone. I like this stone slab. We've got a bottom half. We have a bottom half of a building so far. Yes. And I think I'm going to continue it. And then this entrance I'll have be the more standard vintage style entrance that I was kind of fiddling with over here originally. Okay. I'm starting to kind of... Maybe. I just don't know where to take it from here. That's the problem. I can't visualize in my head what I want this to look like. I'm kind of just placing stuff down. Usually when I start a building, I have like kind of a vague conception in my brain of what I want it to look like. But this one it's not computing. So why don't we just do this? We'll stick with the original plan. Deleting a building is so remarkably easy. So, we'll just plop you down right here. Oh, wow. It fit, like, perfectly. We'll just plop it down right here. And then we can, let me get rid of the power stuff. Because that's just gonna annoy me. Off. Power supply, off. Off. Apply. Yeah, this one I'm very, very happy with. Like, actually, so. This one, also, if you like this entrance, you can download it off of my Frontier Workshop. Link down in the description below. The share code is also down in the description below. So if you play on console and don't want to click a link, you can also find the share code. You can find this lovely entrance, and you can put it in your own park. It's based off of the original Hershey Park entrance. So I think this works for now. Obviously, we'll change the name from Oakwood Point. That's the other park. But yeah, I think for now that works. And then let me kind of see what they've been doing. Because a lot of this I can fill with their buildings and then just kind of intercut mine in between them. So I seem to have a pretty good spread here. That's kind of fun. I do like these more like vintage ironwork stuff. Because I have been thinking I do want to do like a recreation of the, I forget what it was called. It was one of the career parks, something pier, but one of the career parks from the first game. I would really like to recreate in this game. Ooh. That's kind of fun. Okay, this is a little... Okay. I need to get down and visualize again. So much of me playing this game is just staring. And trying to, like essentially just sitting here like... Come on, idea! Idea! Come on! That's like 90% of this game, unless I'm building a roller coaster. I'm so bad at, like, the big picture stuff. Or, like, how something's gonna look when it's all put together and finished. But I'm pretty okay. I'm okay at, like, I'm okay at the roller coaster layouts and stuff. Alright, so. For this front part, just to kind of get everything coalesced, or make everything cohesive. Let's grab one of my Bavarian buildings, because these fit this brick building, I think, very well. And we need them to kind of cover up the rest of the park. I know I have one that's like catty-cornered. Where's the corner one? I know I have a corner building that's gonna go so well here. It's just a matter of where is it? No, it's not this one. It is not this one. Is it? Yeah, this one. Because this one's also a restaurant. Look at that. I don't know why this path is different from the rest of them. I'm gonna go and fix that really quick. Oh, that's why. No, okay, there we go. It's a little too close. It needs to be put back a little bit. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go into delete. I'm just going to get rid of this whole wedge. And we'll rebuild the ledge to be more in line with the building. So you're going to come right here. Perfecto. And then we're going to have the path start here. connect. Connect. And then not quite connecting with the interior path. Perfect. Yes, and it's not connected. Okay. And then now it's just a matter of connecting it at the entrance. Perfect. Look at that. Although it's a little bit, it's like a, damn it, it's like a tad too high off the ground. There we go. Perfect. All right, nice. So we have that there. And then maybe a more vintage entrance kind of here. So go to create custom, scenery theme, small town. And then all these wrought iron. Yeah. All this ironwork stuff. I would like you to be... There we go. Go here. Boom. That might be too tall, but we'll come back to that. Big if true. Okay, you need to be like 2%, 5% bigger. Based. Now we grab this, bring it over, boom. And boom. Boom. And obviously we're going to have to realign a lot of these. We've got that. Oh my gosh, that's almost perfect. Oh my gosh. That's literally perfect. Okay, we just need to lower the actual arches a bit. Okay. And bam. Love it. Okay. This is all going so far. Put that here, then lower this. And basically just copy and paste. Just drag and drop. Easy. Then just all of these. You need to come down. Okay, and then now... Okay, you're just random arch. So I think if we had you... Yes. Okay. Dude, this is Victorian as fuck so far. Right here. I'll go with this. I guess this would be more Edwardian, I think. I don't really remember. My knowledge of the British monarchy is wildly limited. Okay. But I like that. I know I like that. Now we just keep it going. All the way down. Oh, I guess we just needed to do it twice. Boom. Okay. Okay. It's something. I don't know if it's something good, but so far it's something. Oh, how did they do their arch? Okay, literally the same way. Oh, okay, they've got... What piece is this? Wrought iron decor. Peed. Okay, the peed and then the small town lamp, I think, are going to be... And what are these? The... Yeah. The balcony coming through here along the front, I think is what's going to make it. Where are those... Where are those balcony supports? Hello? Hello? Oh, there's these. Yeah, grab you. Yeah, and just put you right up in there. And this will serve as the anchor point for the lanterns as well. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, this elevates it. It's always so funny how, like, one little piece really makes something feel so much more realistic. Okay. I think a perfect example of that is, like, this build here. Like, these little cubes that I put on the border, I think add so much to, like, just the silhouette and the outline of this building. And they make it so much more readable and so much nicer looking. And it's literally just a simple little block. It's just a cube. I'm just a cube. You know, like Gwen Stefani? Okay. What piece are they using? I really like that. Is that the same piece? Light bracket 2. What are they using? Small town light bracket. Okay, they're just using number 1. Or it's not even number 2. It's just small town light bracket. What? I'm just gonna steal it. I don't know what piece this is. It wasn't any of the ones I was seeing, though. At least it's not in the lighting category. That's for sure. Oh, no, it is light bracket 2. Okay. Yeah, they just made it way... Yeah, 50%. Theirs are also higher. But mine's gonna have a roof, so... I don't think that matters too much. Boom. 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 We'll probably work on this until around 9-ish or 9:30-ish. And then we'll probably switch parks. Because I do have some other stuff that I want to knock down. And also just some other projects that I'm working on that I think it would be fun to show off. Kind of show you guys what I've been doing off stream. Because, Yeah, I have been doing quite a bit off stream. You guys will see what you guys will definitely see what's been taking up most of my time. At the very least, I'll show everybody. It's like, hey, here's what I've been doing in Planet Coaster basically nonstop, and why I've just been like so out of theme park ideas because I've just been working on this one idea for so long. This is not even like close to being done. It's not even in park form yet. Okay. I like all of that. Doing good, doing good. Now let me see what rooftop pieces I have to work with. Okay, none of these were really what I was having in mind. Maybe something like this. I was kind of picturing like a almost like a dome, like an ovoid dome kind of thing. Hold on, I might be able to get the same effect just with a different. Okay, that's too small. Too small. Oh, this isn't a grid piece. Okay. But see, this one's a grid piece. Yeah, and I can't really do one continuous. Unless I, like, went really insane on this. Yeah, that's not gonna work. It was a cute idea, but yeah, there's no way. Alright. Yeah, so I was kind of, like, picturing something like this, but without the spire and, like, way stretched out. Hopefully you guys kind of know what sort of rooftop I'm talking about. Like, maybe you've seen park entrances like the ones I'm talking about. Yeah, none of these roof pieces are really jumping out at me. It's like, that's it! That's the one I want! So, maybe we'll just go standard for this. Go to scenery theme. Not brand. Scenery theme. Small town. Go back to the roof. Yeah, I think just the scale tile is what it's gonna have to be. Make it flatter. Alright. And then we just take all of these. And we just move these on the inside. Cool. Oh. Somehow I missed these pieces, but that's okay. We got most of it. Alright. So now, if I go here, iron, wrought iron, this guy, go up, and then just, actually, yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what we gotta do. Just take this down into the box, and then use the box to cover the seam. Here, I'm just gonna delete all of these. And we'll just take this whole apparatus. And just move it along. down. Boom. Maybe a little bit more. There's so many like little pieces now that it's kind of hard to tell if it's actually lined up properly. Perfect. And then these split from building. So that way we have full control of height. That looks like shit. We have a good thing going with this. I definitely want to line it up better. Just all of it. Bring it to the inside line. Same over here. Bring it to the inside line. Okay. Maybe just doing the pillars. Or not the pillars. Maybe just doing the arches is what we've got to do. Just arches all the way down. Like the turtles in that John Green book. Okay. And then now, since we're moving the arches, we need to move all of the pieces that are incumbent on being aligned with the arches. So that's fun. And need to do this on the other side too. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I'm thinking like right here, baby. Yeah. And then now these just need to be raised. Boom. Oh my gosh, that does kind of work. Wait. Oh my gosh, I kind of love that. Hold on. And then now if we move this. Okay, hello. 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 Okay, I see what I need to do. I see what I must do. Obviously grab the legs as well. Thank you. It's definitely coming along better than I was thinking it would. Okay, and then now, since this is the center one, this one we have the full boom boom. The full boom boom pow. And then, okay. Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Oh my gosh, I'm building some. Okay. It's turning into something I like. It's finally turning into something I like. I'm liking this so far. Boom. Okay, and then these are like weirdly sticking up, so we're gonna pull these down. Okay. And then now I need something to go. here. Hold on, this might look really stupid or it might look cool. Hold on. What if we did like this? And then like this? And then okay, wait, no, it's like a big oh my gosh, yes. Yes, that's it. That's the shape. This is the shape. And then we just put this here. Okay, I really like this. I just wish that this, you know, made it all the way there, but I mean, there's not much we can do about that. There's only the one shape. Although, would this look better? Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna put you over there so I don't lose this before I make this drastic change that might turn out worse. Okay. What do we think, chat? What do we think? I don't really know which one I kind of like this one better. It's a little less messy. Or it's a little bit, it's more fluid than this one. I think I like this version better. Yeah. And then now we just need to attach these two halves together. Like so. Perfect there. Perfect there. Perfect there. 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 Yes. Yes. Yes, this looks good. What's up, Jacking Boo? What's up? What's up? I am not live at Twitch. I used to be on Twitch, but we moved to YouTube 2.5 years at this point, I think. It might just be a year and a half, and I'm like way overestimating that. But it's been like about 2.5 years. So we're just on YouTube. I have, I guess you could call it moral objections to Twitch and the way things are ran over there. And it eventually got to a point where I'm just like, I can't anymore in good conscience. So I didn't want my possible future career tied to that company. You know, thinking in the long run. All right. I'm liking this. But how are you doing? I hope your Tuesday's going good. Am I going to build a water park for the park? Probably, at some point. Especially because, like, in this game, you almost have to build a water park in order to get the 5-star rating. You either need a water park or, like, way too many flat rides. And I'd personally much rather have the water park than way too many flat rides. So, more likely than not, we will be building a water park. So don't you worry. Definitely not getting to any semblance of a water park tonight, though. So if you're hoping for water park tonight, go ahead and put that out of your mind. Although one of the other projects I'm working on is a water park, so we'll probably be taking a look at that later. Right there. Excuse me. And then we just copy this to the other side. Right there. And then I really like the color they have for these. So I'm just gonna steal it. It's mine now. It's mine! Give it to me! To quote Adam Scott. Go here. Wow, you could really... Wow. You could really go crazy with the colors on this. Hold on. Let's make them all different so you can kind of... We can kind of get an idea. Wow. That's pretty nice. But I'm going to stick with this nice blue. Or, not blue. It's definitely green. The oxidized copper look. Right there. Maybe just like that. We can put some hedges. Alright. I'm pretty happy with that secondary entrance. So we got the main entrance here, and then we have the secondary entrance here. And we'll have something here. And I think the actual station... Because this whole area is going to be... Well, we need to connect them first and foremost. Okay, and then smoothing it out a bit. Nice. I don't know what... Hold on, I hate that little bump. Ah! Nope. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Nice, that's what I want. Okay, now we have space here. And then this can kind of... This will be our roller coaster. And I'm going to keep... I'm going to keep refining this. No! Okay. I think if I just... I actually think... Yeah, hold on. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, make it a little bit more round. Alright, I'm happy with that. We still have this awkward chunk here. And I still need to somehow... Oh, these are staff buildings, I believe. I should probably connect these important park infrastructure at some point. Let's do that now. Perfect. So this is going to be the parade zone. Like the staging area here. Because that makes the most sense for it. Okay. Nope, that is the... Not at all what I wanted to do. Nope. Oh my gosh, why won't it let me curve? Oh, it's because I'm hitting G and not F. I'm, like, actually dumb. Boom. Perfect. This is our shape. This is my hole. This is my shape. I found my shape. I think I'm gonna shift the entire thing, though. Why is it not snapping? Okay, it wants to snap here, but not here. Okay, that was so weird. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Nope, that's not what I want. I want this, and I want 12. It's like right here. Okay. Alright, I actually like, yeah, I actually like this. This is a layout that makes sense to me. So you come right through here. We need to push this back more, though, so I'm thinking more like... Yeah. And then... boom. Okay. Nice. And now it's time for some actual buildings here. So let's see what we have to work with. This is just set dressing. Okay, so we got the centerpieces. Ooh. Actually, yeah. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I'm deleting all of this. Like I said, I don't know why I ever bother putting down paths, because they're just gonna get completely deleted as I actually add, like, buildings and start to figure out the real shape of the park. Which I think I'm starting to get. Okay. Damn it, okay. Alright, so I'm gonna start the point here. Damn it, it's off the ground. Oh, shoot, I have... Hold on, we have even more paths to delete. Okay. Start on the ground right here. And then... Boom. And now... Ready? Here's where the geniusness of this plan comes in. Boom. Look at that. Beautiful. And then now we just do this and this. And this is our main street. And we still have plenty of room for that roller coaster building I want to build right here in the front. Hell yeah, dude. Six. Perfect, 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 perfect. Thank you, Elevator Warden. I am also quite pleased with how it's coming about. Oh, that's not gonna work. I think that's fine. Let me see how it looks like in first person. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is plenty wide. I think it's plenty wide. And we can have the parade come from here, have the staging area, and have it come around. So, actually, let me see. That's probably good to check. Let me see how long or how wide the actual parade track is. Okay, cool. Yeah. We'll just have to add a little bit of, like, essentially sidewalk room here on the sides of the main path. Which shouldn't even be... Actually... Too high. Okay. Yeah. Which means we can just do the 2. Nice. And then... I wish there was a way to just... Okay. There we go. Okay, I wish there was just a way to get rid of the grid. Without having to completely close the menu. But it doesn't seem like there is. Turn off merge, please. Merge. Okay. Yes, we've got all of this, and then this will transition, and we'll have this kind of be like the western or something else. But, okay, we've got our basic... Nice. Got our basic layout set up. So now... Does this actually work somewhere over here? Oh, we can use it to hide the staging area for the floats. Now I'm going to save that. I kind of have an idea for how that can work. Ooh. I almost wonder... Damn, there's so many good... They did a really good job with all these little pieces. I like how they all kind of fit together. Okay, this is clearly an end piece. So if we put this like here. I also have a Main Street building that I built forever ago. Long before this pack was ever even ever like remotely a thing. And I would kind of like to retrofit it and make it work with this new theme. Like go in and change it. Because I think it would actually do pretty well. It would work pretty well with all of these buildings, I'm pretty sure. Put you... Let's just go down the line. Yeah, I want these to all kind of be touching. Okay, nice. And then there's got to be another end. I mean, we will definitely have to make our own buildings because not all of these are gonna really work. But I feel like I'm getting there. We're gonna need something to fill out this space. Boom. And then we'll attach something there. But having this... Actually, this would be a good place for this building. Have this, like, right here. And then we can continue... going along like this. And I can figure out something to do there. Maybe have like a fountain of some sort. That works for me. Got this yellow building that will just go like right here. And then, have I used this? Yep, we used this one down there. Which one haven't we used yet? This one? Nope, that one's right there. This one? Yeah, this one has not been utilized. Okay. I just need like one more. Perfect. Oh, this is going to be better on this end. Boom. And we'll put something in there. If we used... You are going to go great right there. Okay. And we'll put stuff in all of these buildings. Now, if I go to mine... And where is the... Where's, like, the small town buildings I built? I built these a while ago. I also feel like there will be a spot for this at this park, but we'll see. Where is this? I've built so many different little buildings. Maybe it's under facilities? It might be under facilities. Because I'm not seeing it up in here. Where? Ah! Yeah. Oh, yeah, I could totally update these to fit the theme. I mean, the main building with this is this one here, is this corner shop. This would be the main thing I want to keep from these buildings. So I'm gonna have to take that into the testing, my like testing world, and see if we can't throw something together. Also, these 3 1-by-1 buildings right after another aren't really gonna work. Oh yeah, content packs. Make that into a restaurant. I think what I'm gonna do is I am gonna rip off Disney and I'm gonna kind of connect all of these. So like probably have like one interconnected gift shop on one side and then one interconnected restaurant on the other side. Although this building is more suited to like staff buildings, and some of these are gonna be more suited. This will probably be a good restaurant. Although this actually might be a good arcade. We'll see. But we will eventually be filling the building, so do not worry. We need to do some swappage. We need to do some rearranging. I I think you're fine there. I want you over here. Then you can come here. Yeah. And then just kind of melt that in. Okay. And then you come over here. You come right there. All right. All right, as flat lighting as possible. Okay. And so now we need to put something there. This. Boom. And it's about the same length, too, actually. So have it all come together. And then, assuming we have the parade come down here. I think just a little bit more Main Street. And then obviously I'll have to kind of, for lack of a better word, subsidize the rest of the frontier buildings with my own. And we'll kind of use that to fill out the dead space. Okay. And then assuming... Okay. I'm trying to think in my brain if I almost want to, like, kind of shift them all inward. So, like, what I mean by that is if we take all of these buildings just 2 degrees. And we have them. That way it's just a little bit less flat. Just a little bit. Just 2 degrees. And yeah, already I like that a lot more. And then yeah, as long as we leave the path kind of normal as we continue along down, I think that will actually work. And then let's go ahead and let's kind of build the parade along with it. Parades are coordinated processions of floats designed while your guests. Okay, I know what a parade is, but I'm hoping that this will eventually tell me how they function within the game. Satisfy entertainment need, costs you some cash to run. Parades on the entertainment tab. Station. Build your track along to an end station or circle back around and finish where you started. The number of trains float you at is determined by the length of the station. Longer stations or stations with track behind can hold more floats. Staff gate can be placed on either side of the start station and needs to be accessible In case your parade breaks down, parade must also be tested before it can be opened. Okay. Can have paths on both sides, allowing your guests to walk right up to the action. Be sure to add lots of scenery and even performer platforms to your floats. Really give guests a show. All right. I think I get all that. Okay. Perfect. Oh, it's like slightly off. So it needs to be like 44 degrees. $43 degrees. Okay. That's as far as we got the parade going. But this is mainly so that it just all kind of matches together. I think that will work. What's up, Char Char? Welcome back. Damn, it's been a while. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. Hope your Thursday's going. Parades are a slight nightmare, just forewarning. I would imagine them to be. They seem wildly complicated. Just from, like, the trailer and from how I know things in this game function, I'm kind of like, that's a lot of moving parts, and that might be a little difficult. So, what's my favorite color? Caribbean blue, specifically. Or, like, a nice, like, teal blue. Like, almost like a duck blue kind of vibe. That's what I like. Essentially, green-coated blues are my favorite color. I actually, hold on. We're in a game with, We're in a game with a color wheel. Let me just do this real quick. Let me just grab this sphere. And my favorite color is, it's gonna be like this right there. Maybe not on the ball. The ball is kind of overexposed, but this color is my favorite color. This would be my favorite. Whatever color you would call that. All right. I think that's good as far as, like, first buildings go. I think now it's just a matter of taking my other buildings and then kind of, like, just following these design motifs all the way down. But let's move on to here, because it seems we'll place the staff gate here. Perfect. Okay. Trains 1, performer platforms 1, performer points. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, okay. Performer platform standing set pieces. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I'm gonna need to do this. I think we're gonna need to go over here. And yeah, give me this. Just so I can kind of, like, see what we got going on. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is wildly complicated. I'm just trying to wrap my head around all of these options. But I do love these floats. Okay. Alright. So we've got our headmaster here. And these are all of our little points. Alright. So, what do we have? What is actually, like, going on underneath this? Okay. So this is the actual car. So, okay. Float lights. And then the actual float car. I guess you can change the lengths of the float car. Or no, these all look to be about the same size. Yeah, no, because see, then these are... Why are some of these connected and then some of them aren't? Okay. So what do I actually have? What do we actually got going on here? Like, what pieces? Parade float, marble, octagon. Okay. Parade skirt, octagon. Alright. Okay, I'm starting to see, like, what pieces are involved. Okay. Interesting. Parade skirt. Okay, so just lots of parade skirts. Okay. Okay. I get it. I get it, I think. Oh my gosh, this is insanely complicated and like super granular. All right, attach scenery. Cause see, like, why is this car so short, and why are like, how do I actually trains? Train one. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. The amount of options and things that I need to think of in order to build one of these floats. Oh. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm just like trying to wrap my mind around the task at hand. Okay. Add a performer platform, attach scenery. Oh my gosh. All right, we'll start with a regular float. Okay, trains, parade performers, scheduler, speakers. Oh my gosh. So much. So much. Okay, trains. Add a new train. Okay. We'll just do we'll do a 4 float parade. Train, this one will be the large float. Oh, no, this one will be the bridge float. Okay, and then train 2 will be the large float. Okay. Parade performers. Performer points 1 and 2. Okay. Performers. Let's start with the king. We'll have a parade attendant here. And another parade attendant. Okay. Add parade. Station has reached its capacity. Okay. Okay. There we go. Parade performer group. Parade performer group. Okay. Cool. I'm kind of just like giving myself a canvas with like everything included so I can kind of get a feel for everything working. We might not actually have time to go do anything else. This is all I'm going to be able to work on. I at least want to get an idea of how it works. I don't need to do anything crazy. But all right. Attach scenery. Here we go. So, coming down to parades. Let's do just like a standard planet coaster float. So just like regular parade, I guess. Parade float base large. Okay, well we need the skirt first. Let's get the skirt. Let's do a circular 6-meter circular skirt. And then obviously get it lined up on the actual line. Boom. All right, so we got circular base. That's a marble. Parade float, small sand. Okay. It's just a bunch of different. These are the. Let's do a plastic circle. And then make it blue. More planet coaster blue. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Okay, it's just like glitching. And now it's gone. Okay, and then this guy. And then this guy. And then this guy. Just like here. And then okay. And then I'm going to be changing these colors around. Something like right here. Performer gate. Okay. Yo! Yo, we could do like a snow globe float. With some of the festive theme. Okay. I'm starting to see it. Dude, there's so many options. All right. Uh, damn it, I clicked off. Attach scenery. Okay. Add objects. Can I like manually add yeah, performer platform. Okay. Okay, well he's really big though. Okay. Yeah, it's a little too. Can I make them smaller? No, I can't. All right. So it really, the circle does need to be. What just happened? Okay. I don't know what I just did. All right. Get rid of all of that. So if we do something like, why is it not the same type of track for all of the pieces? That's a little odd. Okay. Yeah, no, that's too wide of a turn. Make it a little bit bigger. Bring it down. And hell yeah. Nice. Okay. I don't know why the color didn't change. Okay, why is the color not changing? Is it just broken? Oh my gosh, it's just broken. Okay. Alright. I don't know if we'll ever be designing our own parade floats. This is like not at all something I'm good at. Like what? Like this is too abstract for me, I think. For like how my brain functions and thinks about things. Like I think this just might be a little bit too much. Okay. Well, before we do anything else, I need to go use the bathroom. So I'm going to go do that real quick. I'm going to use the bathroom. I'm also going to grab some water. And then when I get back, I think what I'll probably do, I don't know if we're going to be fucking with these floats anymore, guys. I don't know if my brain is capable of doing this. So I got some other random projects and some other parks that we need to knock out and start getting on. And I do want to, there is some arcade stuff that I want to do as well. So I'm going to go use the restroom. When I get back, we'll go move on to some other projects that we can actually finish. And then I'll do a little sneak peek at what we got coming up in the future as far as Planet Coaster builds go. I have a new park idea that I'm very excited about that I think we might actually be able to do something with. So anyway, I'm going to use the bathroom. Don't go anywhere. We got more Planet Coaster coming up for you in just a minute. Alright, gamers. I'm back. Let's get right back to it. We are not going to be messing with this parade float anymore, I don't think. But this park, as far as like a starter, I think is coming along pretty nicely. And I can kind of already see in my head where this is leading. So, I mean, one thing I can definitely do before we kind of head out is sort of get started on the terraforming. So, I really wish I could zoom out and see the entire park at once in, like, big detail. But I think if we have the center, like, here, and we're just gonna kind of concentric this. Kind of just... This is our first layer. This is our lowest layer. Here. And then we'll build a second layer here. And this is just kind of like general area. This is not like the final layout. Okay. Kind of just bring it all out. There we go. And then bring it here. Okay. Yeah. And this is just kind of, like I said again, just sort of general. And then having a hill here. Can bring this out. And it'll kind of make sense once what I'm doing once I kind of finish it all out, hopefully. But essentially, this is how I do terraforming for the most part. Is kind of do it as like these sort of concentric layers, almost like cake. Like this. And then what I'll do at the end is I'll kind of smoothen it all out and turn it all into like, you'll see. This will turn into a hill eventually. You'll see what I'm doing. All right. And so now, kind of pull all of this out. Just kind of all down here. And just kind of all of these, just kind of smoothing it all out. Okay. I think I might have gone a little bit too high. That's fine. We can just shave it. And now, kind of just all along, smoothing all of this all the way. And then this will kind of give us an idea of what we still gotta smoothen out. Okay. We're going too intense with it. Soften it up. I think I went too big. I went too big with the layers, I think. bring it all the way. Just kind of. Okay, kind of just rub all around. Just kind of rub it. Yeah. And kind of just slowly, essentially, we're like kneading out the rock parts. Almost like it's dough and these rocks are, or like, not like dough, but like if you've ever like tried to put a plastic lining on something and you have like those air bubbles and you gotta smoothen them out. That's what we're doing. We're kind of kneading out the air bubbles like we're candy makers. These rocky bits are air bubbles that we need to try to knead out. Just kind of quick mouse movements is the key. You don't want to spend too much in one place. There we go. Look at that. See how it all just kind of evens out. And then once we get some terrain paint going on this, you'll never even really be able to know. Okay. Favorite food? I don't actually know. I don't know if there's like any one food that I just like love significantly more than any of the others. Like I feel like I definitely have like favorites within categories of food, but I don't really have a favorite food. What about you, Elevator Warden? What's your favorite food? Do you got one? Usually people have one in mind when they ask those questions. So I'm curious what you got. Really big hypercoaster in the back of the park. I can make no promises as to the types or layouts or locations of coasters this early on in the park. It all depends on like what we got room for and what we're missing in the lineup and what we kind of want to feel out for. Give me all this. But there will be a hypercoaster. It's just where in the park it is and also what specific type of coaster it is. I cannot make any sort of commitments this early in the game. Just get all of it. Okay. Boom. So that's kind of a hill over there. And then maybe a hill over here. Just kind of slowly raise up the whole area. Nice. Just get rid of all of those. And then we go back and we smooth. So much of this game is smoothing. Let's go all the way through. All the way. Get rid of all these little bumps. Nice. Okay. I feel like that's good general topography for the most part. I actually think I would love... I'll have to wait, but I would love, like, some, like, mountainous terrain over here because this is going to be, like, the western part. But I kind of want to wait until I get some buildings and some more layout going with that before I just jump right in. But as of right now, I'm liking this just kind of general idea. I don't think the central lake is going to be nearly this big. I think at some point we're going to be pulling all of this way back towards the front of the park. But as of right now, I'm kind of happy with this. So we're going to save this. It's called Movie Park. I don't know if movies are going to be the end theme, but we'll keep that for now. So moving into just kind of like general updates, what I've got going on. The first thing is, have I done... Oh yeah, I have been doing a few improvements to this park. I need to get this park up on the workshop. At this point, it's close enough to being done where I could just... I need to just be like, yeah, that's good. We could throw it out there. But this is our kind of remastering, quote-unquote, of Parks and Remastered, one of the career parks. This is a long ongoing series that we kind of do need to continue. I need to pop into the next career park because eventually I would love to build a theme park using the career templates, using every career template. Have like one park per career template. So this is our park using the Parks and Restoration template. It came out really nice, if I do say so myself. I really like just kind of the general layout of the park. Again, you can kind of see the dual entrances kind of going in the different split, but I love sort of everything in this valley all kind of tightly packed together. I still need to add some more buildings here, and then some more scenery in the back of the park are the major updates we still have left. But really what I've been working on for the most part is back here in our very back of the park. You can see I'm still like working on adding some buildings and stuff, but the main thing I've been working on is kind of just going down the line, starting from where things are mostly finished. I think pathing. I gotta figure out the pathing issue in this park because like there are just so many choke points because guests just aren't... I've built the park in a big-ass loop, and guests are not going in a loop. They're going in this weird-ass figure eight. But anyway, but the main thing I've been working on is this restaurant. This was a blank building when we started working on this park, and I kind of just have been going through, and eventually what I would love to do is have, like, a whole balcony up here and everything. But I've kind of been designing it sort of like a village inside of this, sort of like indoor outdoors. I need to add more stuff up here just to kind of really pull it all together. But yeah, this park's really coming along. It's so close to being done. I also need, like, when I actually make a list of all of the tiny little adjustments that need to be made, it's such a long list that it just becomes daunting and it prevents me from ever doing any of them. But, like, I need to finish this staircase to make it more like these staircases over here. I also need to edit these staircases so that they're more like cohesive and actual like pieces. Like I need to build borders on them and the whole 9 yards. But there's so much of this park that needs to still be done. But the main thing I want to do tonight is loading into Oakwood Point. Pizza, talking about favorite food. I mean, that's like, that's the standard, right? Um, and yeah, I don't hate pizza, but it's like, I don't know. Am I basic enough to call that my favorite? That's something I need to deal with it within myself. But this is Oakwood Point. We've been working on this park for so long. But there are two things that need to be done tonight that we're going to work on before I sign off. We'll probably only have time for one of them. But I really need to turn this into a gift shop, because right now it's just a hideously ugly, empty building. But we need to turn that into a gift shop. And then I want to turn this building here at the front of the park. I want to turn this into an arcade. This building has been sitting empty and vacant since the park opened. Literally since the park opened. And I think it would be perfect for a arcade. Because we already have the gift shop right here as you're leaving the park. And then we have a restaurant here. So it doesn't make sense for this to be a restaurant or a gift shop. So arcade all of the way. But the main thing is this building over here needs to be a gift shop. So insanely bad. I already turned it into a gift shop once and then accidentally saved over that version of the park. So we lost it. So that's why I've been putting off redoing it, because I'm like, I know that whatever I build is not going to be nearly as good as whatever I built the first time. So it's kind of like, what's the point? But I need to decide the counter. So here's the exit for the roller coaster. You're going to be exiting here. Here's where you get your photos. So turning this into the photo wall, I think. And then coming in here. This is the exit door. So maybe like... I wish I could remember where I had it the first time, because when I say that this was the best... This building was the best gift shop I'd ever built before it got deleted, I wouldn't be lying. This was unironically probably my best gift shop. I remember the inside being super detailed. It's so... The layout being, like, so perfect. And it's just, like, a bummer knowing that I'm never going to be able to get that. We'll never have that again. But I think having the counter be... here, kind of right in front of you as you're coming to leave. Okay. All right there. And then, yeah, now it's just shelving. Right along this. Well, first of all, we need the colors to be different. These colors are not going to work for the Western theme. It's a desert-themed coaster, so I guess I should probably just take these colors, right? And in theory, these will be the right colors for me. In theory. I think we make this the honeydew. This, our unique brown. This, the sand dune. And this sand dune. And I think that looks... Yeah, I think that's a fine color scheme. So now come here. We've got these two. So now these shelves. And then this corner piece right here. Yeah. Actually, no. No. I'm changing. We're changing all of this. First of all, we need lights. First, we need lights. And I'm also going to delete these so I don't have these in my mind. Of like, oh, we need the bathrooms there. No, we don't need the bathrooms there. First thing we need is lights. So I can actually, like, see in here and what it's actually going to look like. So coming into lights, I'm thinking... Nah, those don't really work. There's a specific light that I always use. And I'm not seeing it. Why am I not seeing it? Here it is, this one. Right here. Move in here. Ugh. Oh shit, it's snowing. Oh gosh. I don't think this park is winter ready. Yeah, I'm not seeing any melted patches of snow. This park is not... Please make it sunny. I probably have like a million notifications. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we got this. Okay. Loop. Okay. I really wish that the lights would just default to always on when you place them, because I feel like I'm using always on way more than I'm using night only. Especially because, like, with how shadows work in this game, I feel like the night only lights come on way too late. So, like, if I have my lights set to not only, half of my park is gonna be pitch black for, like, 40% of the operating day. And it's just like, yeah, nah. That's not working for me. And then... Boom. Okay. Sorry, I see chat moving. I'll look at it in a second. My brain is like singularly focused on placing these lights right now. Okay. Nice. Like roller coaster. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm proud of pretty much every roller coaster in this park. Like, that's why I've been working on this park for probably more than a year at this point. And it's only gotten this much done because I've just been going way too, there's so much going on here. So many little pieces, and anybody who watches me plays this game knows that I spend so much time just looking at my park, which doesn't help in getting things done. And it also doesn't help that this stupid park, I've lost all of my progress, or like I've lost several weeks worth of progress on this park twice. Once because my computer crashed, and for whatever reason, Planet Coaster wasn't updating my cloud saves, so I lost like 2 weeks of progress on this park. I essentially had to redo all of this theming. And it's still not completely done. Before I had it deleted, I had to redo all this theming, and before, like, there was rock work all the way around here, there was rock work down here, there were more tunnels, there were props everywhere, this was all rock worked out, this was all rock worked out, like, and I lost all that progress because my computer crashed. And then I lost even more weeks of progress. After I recovered from that progress loss, I then accidentally, being stupid, was trying to load up this park to show it off on stream, and I just misclicked and hit save instead of load, and accidentally saved over it, and I lost, again, all of this rock work. And I just fucking refuse to do anything with this I am not fucking touching this roller coaster again. I swear to God. I am never fucking doing anything to this fucking roller coaster ever again. Because I'm so sick of putting fucking rocks. I am so insanely sick of putting rocks around this fucking mine train. You guys have no idea. And then I also lost this entire gift shop. I lost this entire building. And a few other miscellaneous stuff. So this park is just like actual torture. This park has been fucking painful for me to work on, which is why it's not nearly even like, it's not even, there are going to be 7 lands. This park had 7 planned lands, and 2 of them are not finished yet. But anyway, that's my rant. That was my little mini rant on how much of an absolute nightmare that this park has been to work on. But back to this. Just trying to think. Because I'm also trying to remember what I originally had. Because what I originally had was good. I think. It needs, like, stuff on... Well, what it needs is a janitor. It's actually stupid. I'm gonna complain about this park one more time. Because, like I said, this park has literally caused me nothing but pain and suffering. Building this park has not been... I don't think that building this park has been remotely enjoyable except for when I'm building the roller coasters. Every single other bit of this park has been utter torture and pain and heartbreak to build. But I have so many fucking janitors in this park. Like, is there a way to see my staff list? Look at how much staff members I have. Most of these are janitors. Here we go, janitors. I have so many janitors, and they keep just fucking quitting. Well, not quitting. They keep disappearing. Like, I guarantee you, this is not all of the janitors I have hired. I have staff quitting turned off. I have hired more janitors than these, and all of my shit is still constantly dirty and unusable. I don't know what's going on with this park. I hate it. I hate spending time in this park. Being in this park pisses me the fuck off. But it looks so good. It looks so good. It looks so good. It's coming along so nicely that I hate how much pain this park causes me because it looks so good. Anyway, back to this. Hmm. How small can I make this? Yeah. A little train display. And then go into fences. Okay. There we go. So I've got that now. Now I also just feel like there's too many lights. Okay. Also, why is there so much litter? Why is there so much litter? Where are these people getting trash? What the fuck do these people possibly have to throw away getting off of a roller coaster? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have an aneurysm because now that I'm mad, now that I went on that rant, my brain is like primed to find things to annoy me in this park or find things that annoy me in this park. My own negative mindset has ruined me. Can we ride it? Yeah, we can ride. We can. Which one? The big tall one or the mount? I guess we could ride both. Yeah, we'll ride them before I dip. We will definitely. I promise you, we will ride those. And I'm leaving at 10, so within the next 15 minutes, we will have to ride those essentially. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that actually worked. We had enough room for that. Okay. Cool. Based staff building. I need a door for it. Door. I thought I would be able to just grab a door. Yep, door. And then sign. Boom. This guy. Staff only. Sign text black. And then close. No. Yeah, I guess the cowboy font. Nice. All right, now we go into facilities and let's get this gift shop going. Let's get this gift shop going. Okay. Okay, that works. And then I feel like I need something else in this corner here. Like some kind of display something. Some kind of something, you know what I mean, gamers? Oh, is there like a... Hold on. Okay. Oh, I know what we can do. Clear. It's with an A. Oh gosh, not 10. No, 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 50. Why does it look cell shaded? What? What the fuck? Am I going crazy? Or does it look like a prop from like a different video game with like a cell shaded art style? This looks like Borderlands, hey. Uh... Yeah. Perfect. It fits the Western theme and it fits the gift shop. Now we go back into facilities. And we get these going. Oh, they got it. Maintained the color. Nice. And then over here, we do... And then the corner piece. And then move it all over a bit this way. And then where's the little this? Yeah. I lost the gold color. Oh no, it is just the sand dune. Okay. I thought it was more of a golden color, but I guess. I mean, I guess it's the lighting. Yeah, because when I shine a bright light, yeah, it's just the lighting that makes it look like that. Okay. Colors. But I think that looks better. Especially with the lighting. It fits the roller coaster's desert location a bit better, too. Okay, just give me all the colors back. Make them right. Facilities. Go into here. No, not that one. The big wide one. Yeah. And then be that color. You're gonna 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 be that color. Yeah. Boom. Cool, cool. Grab that. Put the puzzles by the bathroom. Okay. Now we just need one of these for maps. And then what other shelf? I think just these. Yeah, this. Which I'm gonna put. Oh, wait, no, this would go perfect right here. We already have one of you. And then now just these shelves. And I'm pretty much just gonna put these right here in the middle. Nothing too wild. Alright, almost done. This is the last thing, and then we can move on to those POVs that I promised. Because I know it's unfair to tease you guys with cool roller coasters after we've spent the entire stream doing this more tedious, sort of in the weeds kind of building. But hey, these in the weed kind of buildings are necessary. Because like I always say, the thing that I actually enjoy about this game and the thing that I love doing is building the roller coasters. But I always feel like, and this is kind of like the dilemma that I force upon myself, I always feel like my coasters are way better and way cooler and just feel a lot better when they're actually like in a park and like when they're a cohesive part of a whole, you know? Like, I think the roller coasters are always better when they're part of a park. So, like, it makes me... I kind of, like, force myself into doing these, like, not super detailed, but more detailed than I would normally do sort of builds. Because it's like, well, I need my coasters to have, like, a cool place to live. All right, we still have room for 8 more shelves. Maybe we do. Open and open. Okay. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, now eventually they should, in theory, sort of wake up. Okay, and now we just need stuff for the walls and some, like, supplementary lighting to kind of fix a lot of the shadows. Which, actually, I think if I just... Hold on, this might work. What if I just did, like, way up here? And just kind of... really... filled out this space. Okay, and then just... Actually, that's not really necessary. All we really need to do is just... Where's... Always a loop. Yeah. And we can also bring it over here. To just add some extra light on the train here. Boom. Then boom. And then... Yeah. 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 I like this. I like this. This is the perfect exit to this roller coaster, too. Why are so many people getting off this roller coaster with trash? I'm, like, genuinely at a loss as to what's, like, what could possibly be happening in here. Like, why is there so much litter? It's not like there are no trash cans. Like, there's trash cans everywhere in this land. And there's no trash literally anywhere else. So, I don't know what's going on. But, I promised you guys, specifically you, Elevator Warden, I promised some Ghoster POVs. I don't know how far behind you are, but if there's one in particular you wanted to start with, the big one or the little one or one of the other ones, let me know. And while I wait for you to respond, I'm going to look around at this and just kind of think, what else can I throw in here to just kind of add some more personality? Maybe just add some more shit. Yeah. I know there's stuff to put on the walls. And then okay, good enough. Where's the? These are all spinning. Is there a way to turn these off? I would imagine not. Oh, that's kind of fun. Hmm. Nice. Yeah, just adding some more character. All right, I don't know if Elevator Warden's even still here, but I did promise a coaster POV. So we'll start with my favorite one. And since we just built the exit for this attraction, we might as well. Coming up. Oh, that was right. That's the other thing I also lost. I had a whole, like, I had a, like, covering for this whole queue. Like, I completely forgot I did that, but I had, like, awnings and shit. Now, I need to redo that, too. Anyway, I'm gonna disappear for this and just let the coaster speak for itself. So this is a hyper dive coaster. I believe the max height was 270, 270 range. But the main thing about this drop, which we can take a better, or about this coaster, which we can take a better look at once we get off, is that it has a beyond vertical 98-degree sustained drop. So it makes you go beyond vertical, and then it stays beyond vertical for a good while before finally bottoming out. The other fun thing about this coaster is that the block zones are all kinds of out of whack, so we're going to get stopped at here at the top of the hill here for a while, but we're moving on from that. Big drop. And then a nice little photo moment there with a big Immelman right on the edge of the water there and right next to the path. It's a nice head and foot choppers coming on this big vertical loop around the chain lift. And this is a pretty unique element for a dive coaster. We got a butterfly loop here. I believe that's what it's called. This might be a bat wing. I think butterfly is when you end up going the same direction. Little airtime hill there. Some more head and foot choppers with the coaster support structure there. Another little vertical drop into the second half with another Immelman. Pretty standard second half layout for a dive coaster. And we got a little overbank turn here into one final little element. This really nice and snappy 0G roll before heading into the final brake run. All right, no, there's a helix. Sorry, I lied. Now we're in the final brake run. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Desert Drop. And now that it's actually completed, you exit down this lovely path, which will eventually have some scenery, and into the photo booth. Oh, wait, can we see our photos? There we are. Front row. Love it. And then this lovely, dynamic little gift shop here. Lots of things going on. And that exits you into the rest of the park. And if you come over here, you can get a really good view of the beyond vertical drop. And you can kind of just see how it, like, curves inward back towards the support structure there before coming down. And if I fast forward, we'll actually get to watch a coaster drop. Ready? Here it goes. Ready? It's about to go up. There it goes. Literally my favorite thing in this game to do is just watch the roller coasters move. But moving on from that one, come over here into the set. We only have time really for 2 coasters, so we'll do that one. We'll do these 2 Western roller coasters because I've showed off all of these other ones so many times. So many times. But we'll go ahead and hop into first person here. And this is, what did I call it? Mine Train 1. I did have a name for it originally, but the name for it got deleted when the rest of the coaster did. But this is the station. You can see it has kind of just like a, let me get off. It has kind of just a like little cave vibe going on. Originally, I did have like some mine scenery going down and then some stalagmites and rockwork above us. But again, all of that progress got deleted and I refuse to do it again. So here is the Mine Train, which I will try to remember what I had named and then think of a name for it. Sorry, I panicked. So coming up here, you get a nice little swooping turn of the back of the park. I tried to keep as much of this coaster sort of like sectioned off, kind of the way Big Thunder Mountain is. Lots of, obviously, very, very heavily inspired by that ride. A little dive towards the river. Nice pop of airtime before we come into these just sort of switchback turns up on the side of the mountain here. Now picture all of this with rockwork. And then also picture this with ropes above us that kind of act as like, kind of give the impression of a rope winch lift. Those are other things that got deleted. Nice little view and then a dive beneath the other coaster there. And then a nice, big, drawn-out helix here. Again, picture more walkwork. Picture more rockwork. And then through the tunnel here. And then a nice little glowing crystal cave. That's a little fun surprise. And we got another block zone. This coaster is capable of running 6 trains, by the way. I have it maxed out at 4 trains because beyond that you start to get like stoppages halfway through the layout. But there is room for 6 trains on this coaster. 3 chain lifts as well. And down here, a little swoop into a cave. And then a little dive out of the mine building right next to the queue. A big overbank, not really overbank, but more of like a swooping turn into the Red Rock Helix. And once again, I've been saying this the whole ride, but as we come over, picture this all with rockwork coming in. And a final little brake run into this station. Probably my best mine train, even with half of the theming missing. Not half, like 20% of the theming missing. I still think this is easily my best mine train by like a wide margin too. It has such a dynamic layout. There's so many good like pass-through moments, and most importantly, it looks great. Like just from the outside, like it looks like a singular contained mountain, which I really, really love. So very solid ghoster all around. I'm gonna delete this tree, or I'm gonna make it way smaller. We're gonna delete that tree and just start moving rock work. But yeah, that's what I've been working on, gamers. That's all of the major updates. It is well past my bedtime. I need to get going. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with some Valheim. Very exciting stream. We are going to be fighting the Bone Mass. It has been, oh my gosh, how long has it been? 2 months? Maybe even 3 months that we've been in the swamps just gathering iron and trying to find the bone mass spawn location. We finally have all of our equipment upgraded. We finally have all of the mead we need. We finally know where the bone mass location is. We have everything we need, so we will be starting the bone mass fight tomorrow night, and that'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Definitely come check that out. The best way to make sure you don't miss any of what I got going on is, of course, to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified every time I go live and every time I upload a new video. I'm live 4 times a week on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and I upload a new video every Monday. This upcoming Monday is going to be James Bond Part 4 of 5. So we're coming towards the end of that series. Very, very fun game. Really enjoyed that. Definitely check out those videos. Make sure you like the videos, like the streams. Helps them do well in the algorithm. Helps the channel grow. And I really appreciate it. We're so close to hitting 500 subscribers, gamers. We've been steadily growing. I'm pretty confident we'll be able to hit it by the end of the summer. So let's get that 500 and let's get going, gamers. I don't know where I was going with that sentence. That sort of fell apart at the end. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night, a wonderful hump day, and I'll catch you guys all on the next stream. Stay sponge, gamers!